If your partner opens one no trump, and then the opponents double for penalties, if you think that your partnership holds fewer than half the points in the pack, then you should be really worried about the chances of that one no trump doubling making. In fact, it looks very likely that the one no trump double is going off and your partnership's going to take a bit of a hit. If this happens, you need to rescue your partner. There's lots of different ways of rescuing your partner, but one of the most common ways of rescuing your partner is something called the Helvic Wriggle. I sometimes get it mixed up mentally with a Halmic maneuver, probably because it's the same fundamental urgency involved. It's like, oh my goodness, my partner's about to die. I need to do something straight away. I need to rescue my partner immediately. If you leave them on one no trump, it's a disaster. And in fact, if you pass that one no trump double, you're basically saying, my partner is probably going to make it. So opposite a weak no trump, 12 to 14, you must have at least a good 7, 8 points in your hand plus. When that's not the case, you need to have some system. So this is where this Helvic maneuver comes into play. If you have a 5 or more card suit, you start by redoubling. Your partner's forced to bid 2 clubs. If your 5 or more card suit is clubs, you can pass this. Otherwise, you simply place the contract. At least you've given your partner 5 or more trumps to work with. It's much better than them trying to make no trumps with a dead dummy. You've given them 5 trumps. If you don't have a 5 or more card suit, then you've got to do something else. You can't pass, remember. If you use the Helvic Wriggle, if you bid a suit, that's saying, this is the bottom of my 2 4-card suits. I mean, you've probably got a 4-4-3-2 shape, for instance, if you don't have a 5-card suit. Bidding the bottom of your 2 4-card suits means that your partner can either pass that with 3 or more of them, or bid their own 4-card suit, which you can pass with 3 or more of them. And together, you wiggle your way up to a safe place. Normally in these auctions, the opponents end up overcalling and you get off the hook. But even if you do get penalised and doubled on one of these part score contracts, it's probably going to be better than playing in one no trump doubled. Let's have a look at a couple of examples. Partner opens a no trump, and then the opponents have come in and doubled. You've got 3 points. 3 points is not enough to feel comfortable playing in one no trump doubled. I would be so worried here. I would definitely be wanting to make a rescue. So I'm going to redouble here to say to my partner, I have got a 5 or more card suit. Can you please bid 2 clubs? And then I'm either going to pass if that's my suit or place the contract by bidding my own 5-card suit. When you see all the hands here, you can see that it's unlikely that the opponent's actually going to double you in 2 diamonds because they're more likely to want to make their own contract. 4 hearts or 4 spades, for instance, are both great contracts. In this next hand where partner opens one no trump and gets doubled, you unfortunately don't have your own 5 or more card suit to say, I'm going to redouble, get my partner to bid 2 clubs and then place the contract. But if you use the Helvic Wriggle, there's something you can do. You can bid the bottom of your 2 4-card suits. Here, you simply bid hearts. With a bit of luck, your partner may have 3 or 4 hearts. If not, they're going to bid their 4-card suit. Let's see what happens here. Okay, they've passed. So they're probably happy about playing in 2 hearts, or at least think it's a good option. And again, you can see that the opponents are going to get involved. It's unlikely that they're going to double you in 2 hearts. They're much more likely to try and find their own game. 3 no trumps here, or probably 5 diamonds. Both good places for the opponents. There's one situation, of course, that unfortunately doesn't fall within these 2 categories of redoubling to say I've got a 5 or more card suit, or bidding the bottom of your 2 4-card suits. And that's when you've got that pesty 4-3-3-3 shape. The best way to deal with that shape is simply bid 2 clubs and hope for the best. I'll show you an example. No trump by partner, then a double, and now you just bid 2 clubs, hope for the best. Your partner may pass that with 4, maybe 3, which wouldn't be great, but not terrible. And then 2 diamonds. That's great. You've got 3 of them. That's going to be better than where you may have ended up. One no trump doubled. And once more, you can see the opponents are probably likely to come in and find their own contract here. In summary, If your partner opens a no trump and you think that you have fewer than half the points in the pack between the two hands, then you need to do something. The Helvic Wriggle is a really good idea here. You only pass if you're happy to play in one no trump doubled. If you're not happy to play in one no trump doubled, because you're pretty confident that you have fewer than half the points in the pack, then rescue your partner. Redouble if you have a 5 or more card suit. Your partner will bid 2 clubs. You pass that happens to be your 5 card suit, or you bid your own 5 card suit. If you don't have a 5 card suit, simply bid the bottom of your 2 4 card suits, and you and your partner can wiggle your way up into hopefully a safer contract. If you're very unlucky and you don't have a 5 card suit and you only have one 4 card suit, start by bidding clubs and hope for the best. Fingers crossed you'll end up at least in a 4-3 fit.